All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rome. Quarterfinals day. We got a big day today. Starting with a bang. I mean, there's so many matches. All the matches today that we're going to watch could be the final. Like, they could be the final. Probably the most important day of the clay court season as well, because all these matches we could see at the French Open. Like, these are important French Open preview matches. We might look back in 3 weeks' time and see these two play in the semis and go, remember when they played in that quarterfinal in Rome? That match mattered. And the winner of this will play the winner of Zhang versus Sabalenka, which is also a match that is very important. And then, of course, the winners of this match and the other match playing each other is a massive match in the semis. And again, a preview for the French. So really, we're really getting into the serious... we're going to find out who's going to win the French Open, at least who's going to be favorite over the next couple of days. So it's very important, these last couple... and these 2-week Masters, we know they go forever. We get, whatever. But this is where they become super, super important. So, Andreeva versus Gauff. Gauff has won every match they've played, which is kind of strange because it's been recent too. Andreeva hasn't been great on clay compared to how she went on the hard courts, but we do know she can play on clay. And if she does win this match, doesn't matter what she did in Madrid or Stuttgart or what she didn't do. If she wins this match, then she's all of a sudden back in the top favorites for the French, right? But this is a very important match. And of course, Gauff's been great the last couple of weeks. So, yeah. After this, Alcaraz will take on Draper, which is going to be interesting. Another one of those French Open previews. See where Draper's at. If he can beat Alcaraz on clay, then he could win the French. And then later today, we've got Zhang versus Sabalenka. We've got Zverev versus Musetti. Again, Zverev-Musetti, a very important match to find out who's going to win, who might be a favorite for the French. So again, so important, all these matches today. Also, we got Ruud versus Munar, which didn't get finished yesterday because of the time constraints and the time delays. But here we are. So they're going to have that match come on in a couple hours too. How we doing? Stearns at Svitolina. Oh, Stearns is ridiculous. She's played 3 matches, final set tie breaks in 3 matches in a row against 3 very good players. Like, Stearns is a beast. And now it's Paolini-Stearns semi-final, which is really interesting because the way Stearns would be going, you think, well, she can beat Paolini, but then again, Paolini at home. I mean, it'd be great to see Paolini in the final. But yeah, Stearns is is Stearns the Iron Woman of the WTA? She's got to be, right? She's kind of taken Sakkari's place as the machine of the WTA. I thought she was going to be, she was thrown up in her last match and she comes back and she wins. Like in that match, like the same way, like that lady, she is a machine. She's a machine. She's a marathon player. I love that. And she's also feisty and is very fun to watch. Such a fighter. Yeah, Stearns is legit. Love Stearns. Big fan. Who's winning Rome? I don't know. I guess we'll find out over the next couple of days. We'll definitely find out. We'll be finding out in the next couple of days. Up 4-2 in the second, lost 7 games in a row, and still came back to win. Yeah. Yeah, Stearns is scary. Like, she is a beast. It'd be lovely to see if Paolini make it final. Oh, yeah, I would love to see Paolini in the final. It'd be great to see Paolini in the final. It would be great. She was 0-3 down in the last set as well. Crazy. If Paolini wins Rome, she will overtake Swiatek in the rankings. Yeah, how crazy is that? Why are the ladies being streamed on being a pacer? Well, if you watch WTA TV, it's on there. You can watch it on there. WTA TV is $100 a year. And that's Australian dollars, so it must be like really cheap. Like American dollars, WTA TV, if it's available, is like $65 a year. God, I wish they'd freaking sponsor the channel so I can actually promote their service properly. Even though it's not better than Tennis TV, but it's still bloody good. I don't know if it's available everywhere though, but $100 a year for every match outside the slams is pretty damn good. It's just not the best. Like, you can't rewind this. Like, I don't think I can rewind the service. Like, oh no, you can. You can rewind it. Okay. It is it's not as good as Tennis TV, but it's still. You can watch every match outside the slams. You can't get in the US. Well, there you go. How silly. That's kind of dumb, isn't it? Not available in America. Why? It's so stupid. All right. Gauff on the toss and elected to serve. It's high. Yeah, you can. Yeah, watching very high quality as well. Tennis TV seems to be more available than in other countries than WTA TV. Yeah. Yeah, maybe WTA TV just aren't allowed to stream it elsewhere, you know? All right. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Big match. Big match. Can Andreeva get her biggest win on clay for the season? Because she hasn't really had a big one on clay, Andreeva. I mean, she was great in Dubai and Doha, and she was obviously great at Indian Wells, but we just haven't had a great result for her in on the clay this year. I mean, the last couple of years she's been doing great on clay. You know, she made a semi-final of the French, beat some big names over there, and the year before that she kind of broke out, but yet to get a big win on clay this year. Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the match. All right, let me know in the chat what you're thinking. Who's going to win this one? Who is going to win this one? Who is going to win this one? I'm going to go with Gauff in 3. But I think I would not be shocked if Andreeva does get a win. All right. As the first point goes to Gauff, 15 love. As Gauff serves again. As she serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As it a forehand now from Andreeva into the front of Gauff. Andreeva again with a forehand. Into the backhand slice. Andreeva in the net. 30 love. Love. Serve again. 30 love. Serving the forehand of Andreeva. Return in the net. 40 love. Stearns is my new favorite American player. That tiebreak was Poggers. She is something. She is a lot of fun to watch. 40 love. As Gauff serves a fault, second serve. There's a return from Andreeva to the front of Gauff. Andreeva on the stretch. Into the front of Gauff, who puts it away, and Gauff wins the first game, 1 love. 1-0. All right. First game in the bag. Can Draper beat Alcaraz today? He can, but I don't think he will. But he could, yes. It's not 0% chance. He could win. You know, Alcaraz is not 100%, right? He's got the nose strip. He's sounding kind of like he's run down and sick. He's got the leg issue. So definitely Draper's got a chance, but I don't think he wins. Because Draper's also he's been struggling the last couple of matches too physically. He's exhausted, right? So you got to think that both guys are not 100%, but you got. I'm going with. Alcaraz on clay, right? If it was on hard court, I might go Draper, but on clay, it's got to be Carlos. 15 love. As we return now to the backhand of Andreeva. Backhand from Gauff to the slice of Andreeva. As Gauff with the forehand down the line. Andreeva puts up a lob. Gauff with the smash. Put away. 15-0. And Andreeva serves again. Into the forehand of Gauff, and return goes long, 30-15. Serve goes in the forehand of Gauff, but it's a fault from Andreeva. Second serve. Serve at the back of the Gauff. Back into Andreeva. Into the forehand of Gauff. There's Andreeva. Into that Gauff backhand. Andreeva backhand down the line. Gauff gets with the forehand on the stretch, but it's long. 40-15. As we to serve again. Andreeva serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Gauff. Backhand of Andreeva. To the backhand of Gauff. As Andreeva down the line. Gauff gets with the forehand to the backhand of Andreeva. Into the backhand of Gauff, who overhits it, and it's 1-0. Yo! What's up? You want to say hello, do you? You want to say hello? Where you going? What is it? What's up? What are you doing? Where you going? What are you doing? What's up? What is it? What's up? All right. 1-1. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Andreeva. Again to the forehand of Gauff. As Andreeva into that Gauff forehand. Andreeva forehand again. Then the line goes long. 15 love. Love. As Gauff serves a fault. Second serve. All right, 30 love. Coco is my favorite for RG this year. Unless Swiatek recovers her form, I think Coco will be very tough to beat in France. Yeah. I agree. Especially if Gauff beats Sabalenka to win this title. That would definitely be a... You would say that Gauff is probably the favorite then. As Gauff hits a volley winner, 40 love. And I'd love Gauff to win. as much as I'd love to see Swiatek continue to dominate and win more slams, Gauff winning her second slam at Roland Garros. I mean, the first Grand Slam final she made was at French Open, right? So, and the crazy stat that we keep bringing up every clay court season is that Gauff has only lost to the eventual champion at the French Open in the last 5 years. Like, she's lost, quarterfinals, semifinals, whatever, but she's only lost to the player that's won the whole thing, right? Which is insane. She should have 3 French Opens if Swiatek wasn't around, So I'll have a look at Roland Garros. I'll tell you who she's lost to. She's lost 6 times, and I'm going to say 5 of those, or at least 4 of those, have been to the eventual champion. As with a slice into the form of Andreeva, backhand lob from Gauff. As Andreeva smash, Gauff gets it with the backhand lob again. And then Andreeva hits another backhand. Slice goes out by Gauff, and it's 40-15. So she's won 21 matches, lost 6 at Roland Garros. 2019, she lost to Juvan in the qualifying. 2020, she lost in the second round to Trevisan, who ended up going on a run. But then since 2021, she lost to Krejcikova. She won the tournament. Swiatek in 2022, she lost in the final. 2023, she lost in the quarters to Swiatek. Last year, semifinals, Swiatek. So she's lost to the eventual champion the last 4 years. So I would say, based on that, if it's not Swiatek, Gauff might be the second best bet, because even though Sabalenka's higher ranked, better, whatever, Gauff's record shows that she probably should have won the French at least once in the last 4 years. She probably, if she didn't play Swiatek, she probably would have won a French Open. Or if Swiatek didn't dominate as much as she has, she probably has a French Open. Arguably the second best French Open player in the last couple of years. Arguably. Obviously, you can say Sabalenka, but Sabalenka's record doesn't look like that. I mean, Sabalenka's had a lot more losses than that. If I look at Sabalenka versus Gauff when it comes to French Open form, let me have a look. Hello. Let me have a look. Roland Garros last few years for Sabalenka. So Sabalenka's 16-8. So that's all time. So Gauff's record at the French Open is better than Sabalenka's. Last year she lost to Andreeva. The year before that she lost to Mukova. Both didn't win the title. She lost to Georgie in 2022. Definitely didn't win the title. 2021 she lost to Pavlyuchenkova, who made the final. 2020 she lost to Jabeur. 2019 she lost to Anisimova, who did have a good run. And then she lost to Bertens in the 2018 and then lost in the qualies of 2017. So again, Gauff's lost to the eventual champion the last 4 years. Sabalenka's lost to Andreeva, Mukova, Georgie, Pavlyuchenkova. Now, 2 of those made the final. Georgie's the only random loss, because Andreeva, obviously, losing to her is no shame in that. But Gauff's lost to the eventual champion. So if it's not Swiatek, it's Sabalenka or Gauff, but it might be Gauff ahead of Sabalenka. Maybe Gauff is a better chance at the French than Sabalenka. I mean, if you talk about game styles, Gauff's game makes more sense to win on clay, right, than Sabalenka, because Sabalenka's got weapons that don't work as well on clay, and Gauff is very, very, very underrated athlete. Coco Gauff. She doesn't get the credit for how she never cramps, right? And she's only 20, right? 21. She's never had cramping issues or physical issues, shoulder issues from serving big, like none of that. She's physically never had any problems. Whereas young players, we always say, they're not fit enough. They're not ready for this. Gauff's never had that problem. Love 15 as Andreeva gets the second point, 15-0. So yeah, maybe Coco Gauff is the favorite for the French, if not Swiatek. I don't know. Maybe. Is she favorite in the betting though? If Gauff's not the favorite in the betting, I'm putting $10 on her. If she's not top 3, I'm putting money on her. She's got to be top 3. As Gauff hits a return winner, 15-30. Gauff, wow. Coco is behind Andreeva in the betting. Andreeva's third favorite. That is so crazy. Swiatek, Sabalenka, Andreeva, Gauff. Take my money. $10 on Gauff to win the French. I'm in. I've sold myself. I've convinced myself. A cheeky 10 on Coco is as a fourth favorite. That's wild. That's wild. I'm on Ruud and Gauff. Yeah, see, Ruud's a little harder Ruud's a little harder for me to be convinced about because Ruud hasn't won a slam, and also Alcaraz Sinner. Whereas Gauff can beat Sabalenka. She's proven she can beat Swiatek. And if she beats Andreeva today, I'm like, sure she's going to be third. Like she'll go up to third favorite. But like Gauff has proven that she can win these titles. Whereas Ruud, I'm a little less bullish on. I'm a little less bullish. But Coco, I mean, shit. Maybe I'll pick her to win the whole damn thing in real life, not just in the betting. Anyway, it's 40-30. As Andreeva hits a winner, it's 2-2. 2-2. All right. All right. 2-0. As Gauff loses the point, love 15. I like Draper and Ruud as a sleeper. Okay. So excited for this match, yeah. As we return now to the backhand of Gauff, one out from Andreeva. It's Gauff again to the front of Andreeva, who hits it down the line and wide, 15-0. Why are people asking if Paolini belongs in the top 10? She's literally top 5. Yeah, I don't know why people would ask that. That's a silly question. Of course she deserves to be top 10. She made 2 Grand Slam finals. 15-0. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff. Gauff is a winner, 30-15. Paolini has no chance against Sabalenka. But that doesn't make her not top 5 or top 10. We'll talk about this more tomorrow probably, but I'm just going to dismiss anyone who's like shitting on Paolini for no reason. They don't respect Paolini. Well, I'm going to have to school you then, because Paolini, 20 wins, 8 losses this year. She's lost to Sakkari in Madrid, fair enough. Sabalenka in Stuttgart, fair enough. Sabalenka in Miami, fair enough. Samson over in Indian Wells, Kenin in Dubai, Ostapenko in Doha, Svitolina in Australia, and Mukova in the United Cup. Worst loss on ranking in that bunch is Kenin. No, it's Sakkari, 82. But Sakkari is way better ranked than 82. She should be way higher ranked. We know that. Her best tennis is way better than 82 in the world, on a clay court especially. She lost to Sabalenka twice, but who hasn't? She's lost to Samsonova on an Indian Wells. That was a little strange, but Samsonova does have days. Dubai against Kenin. Kenin's super dangerous. We know how dangerous she is. Penko, obviously. Svitolina and Mukova. I mean, there's no bad losses there. She's lost to players lower ranked than her, but that's not bad. We could talk about other top 10 players that probably have worse losses than that. But in that, there's all those losses are justified. There's no there's upsets, but there's no shocking defeat where she lost to a lucky loser 300 in the world, or anything like that. All right. Three-two, Gauff leads. Hey, Deb, thank you for the 40 months. Appreciate that. Look at other top 10 results. All right, give me a player. Because if I pick a player, it's probably going to be picking someone who. But you tell me who. Like, what top 10 player do you want me to compare her to? Don't say Sabalenka. There's only 5 players right now better than Paolini. Yeah. Pegula. You want me to compare it to Pegula? All right. I mean, if I compare it to Zhang, I feel like Paolini's going to look better than Zhang this year. That would be a fairer comparison, but if you want to compare it to somebody like Pegula, I'll do that. 28 wins, 9 losses, so more wins, less losses. Pegula's losses, though. Keys in Adelaide, fair enough. Danilovic in Australia, I mean, okay. Alexandrova Noskova, she won in Austin. She lost to Svitolina in Indian Wells, that's fine. Sabalenka in Miami, fine. She won Charleston. She lost to Alexandrova again in Stuttgart, and then Uchiyama in Madrid. And then Mertens here. Now, there's more random losses there for me. There's more, but she's won titles, so it kind of makes up for it. But I would say, like, losing to Uchiyama, losing to Danilovic, that's super weird, right? That's super random. Whereas Paolini, like I said, Mukova, Grand Slam finalist. Svitolina, Grand Slam semi-finalist. Ostapenko, won a slam. Kenin, won a slam. Samsonova, top 30. Sabalenka, speaks for itself. Sakkari, lower ranked than she should be, but still, Sakkari's, dangerous. Former top 10 player, right? Whereas, like, no disrespect to Uchiyama or Danilovic, but they are not in the same bracket as the players I just mentioned. Even Noskova's not really in that same bracket as those players. Maybe Noskova and Samsonova are sort of on a similar... So again, like, I don't know why people would say anything bad about Paolini. She's having a solid year where she's losing to players that are very... But she's not losing to random players. But again, that's not... I don't know what you're comparing... What your comparisons are to. So I don't think Paolini is a top 10 player. Like, she deserves to be in the top 10. And I don't see why you would not keep her there, All right. 30-all. Chance for Gauff to break. As we just serve again. As we just serve out wide from Andreeva as a fault, second serve. As we return now into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Andreeva. Into the backhand of Gauff. Andreeva with a volley. Gauff with the backhand again. It's in the net. She had the chance. She had the chance, Mia. She had the chance. Go get it. All right. 40-30. 40-30. Chance for Andreeva to keep. All right, backhand on the stretch from Gauff into the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff with the backhand down the line. Andreeva forehand cross. Gauff gets on the stretch, but it's in the net and it's 3-all. All right. All right, Gauff to serve, 3-3. As we return now from Andreeva. Slice from Gauff. Into the backhand of Andreeva, who puts it away, and it's love 15. Love 15. As Gauff wins a point, 15-0. As Andreeva hits it in there and then throws the racket into the ground. And it's 30-15. 30-15. As Gauff serves again. Serve again. Into the backhand of Andreeva. Forehand from Gauff. In the backhand of Andreeva. As Gauff forehand cross. Andreeva gets it. Into the forehand of Gauff. To that Andreeva forehand. As Gauff with the backhand cross. Andreeva's got it backhand into the backhand of Gauff. Again, the backhand of Andreeva. As Gauff with the forehand on the stretch. Andreeva backhand cross again. Goes long. 40-15. And Andreeva's starting to get real angry. And this is the thing, chat. We've seen these two play a lot. And I think that the reason why the head-to-head is strangely one-sided, right? I think a lot of us are probably surprised that it hasn't, the Gauff has been able to manage Andreeva so well when everyone else has struggled, is because Gauff gets so much back and Andreeva has to be the one to try and hit winners, and she is not able to do it. Gauff is a brick wall. We don't talk about this enough, chat. We need to talk more about how athletic she is, but how great defensively Gauff is. Gauff is such a great defender. As she serves an ace down the tee, like Gauff is, if you put Swiatek, Gauff, and Sabalenka, you'd say Gauff is probably the quickest of them, right? The fastest of the three. We don't talk about that as much because we're all talking about how big her serve is, or sometimes we talk about how many double faults she hits, right? But Gauff is super quick, great defense. And that's pissing Andreeva off because she is not able to get free points as easy as she would with the others. And 3-0 is the head-to-head, by the way. They played twice on clay. First time they ever played was actually French Open 2023. Andreeva got the first set, but then fell away in the second and third. And then the last two matches, including Madrid last week, Gauff won the first 7-5 and then ran away in 6-1. Last week, Andreeva almost won the first set. Remember? She was up 5-4. And then Gauff went, no, thank you. But yeah, Gauff gets everything back. It's frustrating for everybody. But already, Andreeva's throwing rackets. She's not happy. All right, 4-3. And this is slow clay, yeah. So you can understand last week when Andreeva had a chance to win the set because it was quicker clay, wasn't it? Whereas here, this is proper, this is clay, right? So she's not going to get, unless Gauff starts playing badly, she's not getting those free points on Andreeva. She has to try and hit winners, and at the moment, it's not happening. I think Vekic has a winning record over Gauff. Cool. When Gauff is on at her best, she's hard to beat for anybody. Oh, yeah. The only thing that Gauff struggles with is the serve and sometimes the forehand. But, So did Sabalenka. Until she didn't. And now look, Sabalenka is a beast. So you think, well, if Gauff can figure out, if she can lower the double faults, she is going to be very, very hard to beat. As Gauff hits a winner, love 15. Like if Coco limits double faults, it's over. Like Sabalenka's got a serious challenger now. Like consistent challenger. I love 15. Sabalenka at her best, Gauff at her best. Who wins? I think it depends on the surface. It depends on what court they play on, I think. I like underrated rivalry is Gauff Sabalenka. Nobody talks about Gauff Sabalenka in the same way we talk about Swiatek Sabalenka. Because Swiatek Sabalenka have played those some crazy matches, but Gauff Sabalenka has been neck and neck from the start. No one has ever run away with that rivalry. It's always close. It's been, one win to you, one win to me. 2 wins to you, 2 wins to me. Like no one, it's not like a 7-0 like the other rivalries. All right, love 30. A chance for Gauff to get the break here. Serving to the backhand of Gauff. Return goes in the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff with the backhand into the slice of Andreeva. Gauff on the attack. Forehand in the net though. And it's 15-30. Renee Stubbs mentioned Coco's big problem with her serve. Going to stick with her forever unless she fixes it before it's too late. That makes no sense. 15. Like Sabalenka is the greatest example of someone who fixed her serve at 24. So why does she have to do it now? Otherwise it's too late. There's no time limit. Like Gauff doesn't, what's that? That's crazy. Tell her, not me. I respect the hell out of Renee Stubbs. And she's obviously got way more experience and way smarter than me. But that's just not true. By the way, Andreeva thought she hit it in the net, but Gauff had to hit one more shot. She breaks 5-4. Where did you hear her say that? Because also I haven't heard her say it, so I can't be saying oh well that's crazy, whatever. All right, Gauff breaks 5-3. Why do people think Penko struggles against Sabalenka though she is powerful? Because she's not she can't intimidate Sabalenka like she intimidates other players. Sabalenka is more intimidating than Penko when they play. Penko's not scared. Sabalenka's not scared of Penko. Players that are not scared of Penko, like Penko, she's got power, but it's also that intimidation that helps her win matches too. But Sabalenka's not intimidated, and that's a big part of it. All right, 5-3. Is it back in now from Andreeva into the forehand of Gauff is Andreeva with a forehand cross court. Gauff again to the forehand of Andreeva into the backhand of Gauff sliced. Andreeva comes in. Puts away the forehand, and it's love 15. Love 15. Okay, so I'm reading the quote here. So again, it's so hard to quote off a Coco, a disappointing month for her at India was Miami. Did you see her service motion live? And then Stubbsy said she served for those who haven't been maybe followed. 12 double faults in a straight sets loss. Her grip is wrong. I think her elbow gets super low and sort of so close to her body. The left arm jumps. Hey, look, great technical analysis. But saying that her this is why I have to read what people say in the chat. Because people say in the chat, they say, they condense it and say 3 words, when in fact there's a lot more context to what Stubbsy was saying. All right? This is why we can't be, this is why I have to always double check with, you gotta tell me where you got your information. Because I don't think Stubbsy was saying that his serve is going to be bad forever. She's probably, I'll read the rest of the quote in a second. Love 30. Chance for Andreeva to break back. Forehand slice goes out, and it's 15-30. And then she goes, there's so many little technical things that are going to be a problem for her forward forever because it doesn't just go away. So she was breaking down the little technical things that she sees in her serve that are going to be a problem going forward forever. But she's not saying that her serve is going to be a bad forever. She's saying it's going to be a problem if those things don't change. And she said there's going to be a problem for her forever unless she addresses that, because you can't be serving 12 double faults a match. So yeah. So again, before we jump on Renee Stubbs and say, oh, she thinks Coco's serve's going to be bad forever. No, she said that Coco's serve is going to be bad forever if she doesn't address the technical issues. Just like Sabalenka, her serve was a problem forever until it wasn't because she addressed the technical issues. So Stubbsy's right. Anyways, volley from Gauff, and then Andreeva hits a backhand long, and it's 30-40. I gave it that's why we got to when somebody writes a one sentence being saying Renee Stubbs, whatever, I don't want to misquote you. Hang on. Renee Stubbs mentioned that Coco's serve is a problem and will stick with her forever. Unless she fixes it before it's too late. Well, she didn't say before it's too late. She said if she fixes these technical issues, she didn't say there was a time limit on it though. You made it sound like you made it sound way more dramatic than it was. Anyways, 5-4. You made it sound like, oh no, she better do it before it's too late. Oh no, she's got 10 days. She's got like 2 weeks left. Otherwise, it's never going to change. All right, we're back on serve. But by the way, that quote by Stubbsy came out before Madrid. So just to give it a little bit more context, that was on the 14th of April, which was before Stuttgart. So she was talking before. So obviously Gauff now has been in good form. The serve hasn't been as big of an issue. So it's changed. Now things have obviously evolved. So I'm sure, again, maybe it's because she has addressed some of those technical issues. All right. We're back on serve, 5-4. All right. Andreeva serving to stay in the set now. We're back on serve. Cam, why am I worried about Krejcikova maybe retiring? She is having way too many injury problems. Well, she had a back injury, and I think she's still just she's just recovering. I don't think Krejcikova keeps re-injuring herself. I think she's just slowly coming back. So that's why she's withdrawing from so many tournaments. Not because she's getting injured every week. It's because she's got an injury that's taking longer to recover. So I don't think Krejcikova, you should be worried about Krejcikova yet. I don't think Krejcikova is getting injured every week. She just has a long-term injury that that is forcing her to withdraw. Maybe she was trying to come back earlier, maybe, and she didn't get to. All right, 15 love as Gauff returns in the forehand of Andreeva. Gauff, forehand again, into the backhand of Andreeva. Lob goes up. Gauff puts away the smash, 15-all. Mia, that stinks. You farted and I can smell it. And it stinks. It stinks. Go sit in your bed. Go on. All right, 15-all. There's a return now from Gauff into the forehand of Andreeva. Gauff for the backhand. Into the forehand of Andreeva. Drop shot is no good. Gauff gets it. Up goes a lob. Oh, the lob's great by Andreeva.
Unbelievable.
All right. 30-15. Maybe, chat, this is going to be a reverse of last week's first set, where Gauff had the chance to win the first set, but then Andreeva comes back to win instead. That was a great lob. All right, 30-15. As Gauff hits a forehand out. Sorry, Andreeva hit the forehand out. Gauff, 30-all. 30-all. As we get a return now from Gauff into the forehand of Andreeva. Gauff with the backhand. Into the backhand of Andreeva. As Gauff. Forehand cross. Andreeva puts up a lob. Goes into the forehand of Gauff as Andreeva backhand. Goes out. All right. Set point. 30-40. 30-40. Set point Gauff. Set point for Coco. 30-40. As a default second serve. As a return. It goes into the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff with the forehand of the stretch. Andreeva down the line. Gauff gets with the backhand as Andreeva backhand again to the backhand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Andreeva as Gauff. Into the net. And we get to deuce. We get to deuce. All right. Get to deuce. As Andreeva serves. Out wide the forehand of Gauff. Return goes back on Andreeva. Gauff on the stretch. As Andreeva goes down the line. Gauff gets with a forehand cross. Andreeva again in the net. Advantage Gauff. Second set point for Coco. As Andreeva serves again. Out wide of the backhand of Gauff. Forehand from Andreeva. Into the forehand of Gauff. To the forehand of Andreeva. As Gauff backhand. To the backhand of Andreeva. Into the forehand of Gauff. As Andreeva goes down the line. Gauff gets over the backhand. Into the backhand of Andreeva. As Gauff forehand. Into the forehand of Andreeva. Who hits it in the net. Gauff takes the first. 6-4. And that's really going to piss Andreeva off. Because she was fighting back strong. And Gauff takes the first 6-4. She fought back, but it wasn't enough. First set in the bag. And again, Andreeva hasn't won a set against Coco since the first time they met in the first set, which was a tiebreak. All right, first set, by the way. 12 winners, 14 errors from Coco. 6 winners and 20 errors from Andreeva. Those 20 errors, like we were saying earlier, those 20 errors are coming from Gauff's amazing defense, right? Gauff getting everything back, forcing Andreeva to have to go for more. Andreeva making errors because she's not feeling comfortable about trying to hit winners all over the place. Gauff just making more balls back. We see it with Gauff makes other players struggle like that, you know? It's not really something that is celebrated because it's, you know, we all want to see winners, but, you know, it should be something that mentioned that Coco getting the ball back a lot is those errors are coming from that. A lot of those errors are coming from that. All right, Coco 6-4. All right. Looks like Coco's going to win singles and doubles. Well, today the doubles is really tough today because today they're playing the number one, the Italians in the set. No, in the quarters. The gold medalists of the Olympics. All right. Here we go. Coco first set 6-4. Sabalenka or Zhang? Sabalenka. Give me that toy. Give me the toy. Give me the toy. All right. Coco like the Nole of the WTA. I mean, yeah, maybe. I think I get what you're saying. All right. All right. Can we see your dog? No, she's busy. All right. Andreeva's going to the bathroom. We're just waiting for her to come back. Do you think Gauff has a chip on her shoulder when she plays Andreeva? No, I just think it's a good matchup for Gauff. I mean, some players just have good matchups. Andreeva hasn't been able to win more than 2 games in a second or third set. Wait, what? Coco's doubles game is directly after this match. No, it's going to be a little bit later. It's probably going to be because I think Ruud versus Munar is about to start, and then it's supposed to be after that. But I don't think they'll make if Gauff plays like 2 more hours and Ruud finishes tomorrow, like it finishes in an hour, which won't happen. But if it did, they would give Gauff reasonable time to get ready. So technically, I mean, look, if she wins this match now, and then Ruud plays for 2 hours, she'll play after Ruud. But they're gonna give Gauff enough time to recover for the doubles. They won't make her play straight after. There's always like a bit of wiggle room. All right, 15 love. Gauff serving first in the second. I'm surprised they put them on straight after Ruud, but I guess they have the reasons. I'm surprised they didn't put the doubles on centre court, to be honest. All right, 30 love. It's confirmed now that Raducanu is playing next week. Yeah, I saw that. She confirmed that she's playing in Strasbourg, so we might watch that. We'll see. Next week we're watching Djokovic, obviously, because he's playing in Geneva. Are doubles even ever on centre court? Yeah, usually in the finals. All right, 40 love Gauff. As we just serve out wide from Gauff is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Andreeva, but it's a let. Serving to the back end of Andreeva. Return goes to front of Gauff. Andreeva slice. Gauff can't volley it back. Nice passing shot. 40-15. 40-15. As Gauff lets it bounce and hits a forehand into the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff, forehand again to the forehand of Andreeva. And Gauff hits a winner, and it's Gauff leading. 1-love in the second. All right. I hope Gauff Eala win. It's going to be tough. If they can beat the team today, though, that would be very, very impressive. All right. So straight after this, we've got oh, well, not really straight after this. In an hour's time, we have Draper versus Alcaraz. So that's fun. 1-love. And Andreeva double faults. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Do you think there should be an exhibition in Saudi tournament, but this time the top 4 WTA? For many reasons, I don't think that's going to happen. Because they've already got the WTA finals, which show the top 8 women, so they don't need another exhibition to show the top 4 women. They're just going to wait till the end of the year in a real tournament, right? As with a volley from Gauff, goes in, and then Andreeva goes straight to Gauff's backhand volley. Gauff got real lucky and is kind of laughing, and Andreeva's not having fun. Love 30. Yeah, so they won't do a 6 Queen Slam because they've already got the WTA finals. Why would they do an extra event when they can just do the real thing? But also, yeah, I don't think they'll do. They won't do. I mean, that's the main reason, right? They won't do an exhibition when they've already got the best players in the world coming to Saudi anyway. If they didn't have the WTA finals, though, I would still say probably not, because I don't know how much the Saudi fund invest in women's sports. I don't know if because they're trying to get into sports, right? But most of it is like, men's golf, men's tennis, men's, because they're trying to appeal to, they're trying to build a sporting culture, I guess, Saudi, right? And they want to start on the men's side and then maybe bring the women in later, maybe. But they've got the WTA finals, so they don't need an exhibition tournament to show off the best talent, because they've literally got the best coming to them because they have to. The WTA go there, so they have to be there. More likely to have another exhibition with men's tennis, because they don't have any men's tennis events to show off men's tennis, right? So more likely to do like a version of Six Kings, but I don't think it'll be Six King Slam. I don't think it'll be that. I think it'll be maybe like an Alcaraz, Alcaraz Federer exhibition, like that kind of deal, something like that. We know Federer's trying to get back into tennis, so that makes kind of sense. Anyways, love 40s. Gauff gets the break. Goes wide by Andreeva. 2-love. 2-love. All right, I pray Andreeva doesn't forfeit. She won't. Why would she forfeit? She's not injured. She's not going to forfeit because she's losing. Nobody does that. That doesn't happen very often. What was that, Papa? Go get it. Go get it, Mia. Looks like head-to-head against Gauff that's in Andreeva's head and blocking a game. Yeah, that's probably part of it. All right, love 15. Gauff cruising at the moment. Serve again from Gauff. Into the front of Andreeva. Return the net. 15 all. 15-all. As Gauff serves again. 15-all. Serve to the forehand of Andreeva. Return the backhand of Gauff. Slice to the backhand of Andreeva. Who puts it away. 15-30. Nice backhand from Andreeva. All right, 15-30. Is it a forehand from Gauff into the forehand of Andreeva? Forehand from Gauff. Goes long, 15-40. To break back. Straight away, Andreeva. 15-40. As Gauff serves. So backhand return goes in the forehand of Gauff. Backhand up from Andreeva. Into the backhand of Gauff. Andreeva again to the backhand of Gauff. As Andreeva backhand to the forehand of Gauff. Gauff hits a winner. One save. 30-40. 30-40. As Andreeva breaks back. Nice return. And Andreeva is back on serve. 2-1. 2-1. All right. Let's see if she can start this comeback. Okay. All right. 2-1. All right. Love the way Gauff and Paolini are playing these days. Yeah, they've been good the last couple weeks. Did you see Sinner visiting the Pope? Yeah, I saw that. I saw there was a photo that he visited the Pope. That's cool. Okay. Andreeva to serve. A fault. Second serve. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff with a backhand into the slice of Andreeva. Gauff slice down the line. Andreeva with a forehand. Cross-court winner. Then you get. All right. 15-love. 15-love. Love. As the return goes into the forehand of Andreeva, backhand from Gauff to the forehand of Andreeva. It's Gauff. Backhand again into the slice of Andreeva. Gauff Goes with the forehand in the net. 30 love. Love. As we get a double fault, 30-15. Serve again. Into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Andreeva. Again, the forehand of Gauff. It's Andreeva again to the forehand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Andreeva. And Andreeva in the net. 30-all. All right, 30-all. As a return from Gauff goes back into Andreeva. Drop shot is in the net though. 30-40. Gauff, a chance to get the break again. All right, 30-40. 1 hour played, by the way. 30-40. Serve to the backhand of Gauff. Forehand from Andreeva to the forehand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Andreeva. As Gauff with the backhand pass goes wide. We get to deuce. Now we get to deuce. Serve it to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Andreeva is a drop shot. Gauff gets it. Andreeva puts up a lob. And then Gauff puts away the backhand. Advantage Coco. For a break in the second for the second time. As Gauff gets to look at a second serve. Backhand return goes in the backhand of Andreeva. Down the line of the forehand of Gauff. Andreeva. Forehand down the line winner. And we get back to deuce. All right, serve again. As the forehand goes into the forehand of Gauff. Backhand on the stretch. Now Gauff into the forehand of Andreeva, who puts it away, and it's advantage. Advantage Andreeva. Advantage Andreeva. As we do backhand return from Gauff to the backhand of Andreeva. Forehand from Gauff to the forehand of Andreeva to the backhand of Gauff. Cross court the backhand of Andreeva. As Gauff in the net. 2-all. All right, Andreeva fighting back. 2-2. Ruud versus Munar just started, by the way. All right, 2-0. Andreeva back level. All right, Gauff to serve again. And the return is off the line from Andreeva. And Coco has an air swing. Love 15. Love 15. I don't think Coco has missed a return today. It must be frustrating. Yeah. As Andreeva hits a backhand wide, 15-all. 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 Why are you fighting? It's stinky. 15-all. Why is fighting? What was that noise? All right, Gauff with a slice. There's Andreeva backhand. Down the line winner, 15-30. Okay. Chance for Andreeva to get the lead here in the second. 15-30. 15-30. Nice hitting from Andreeva. 15-30. As Gauff serves again. Into the backhand of Andreeva. Down the line to the front of Gauff. Andreeva hits it into the corner. Gauff puts up a lob. Andreeva with a smash. Gauff can't get it. 15-40. Andreeva to get the lead in the second set. She was down 2. Remember, she was down 2 love. $15-40. She serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault Gauff. Wow. First time Gauff has been under pressure like that. And now Andreeva leads. 3-2 in the second. Now the tables have turned, I know, right? Okay. Andreeva leads in the second. 3-2. 3-2. All right, how we doing, chap? How the turns have tabled, exactly. How the turntables. All right. Andreeva is really taking the fight to Gauff now. Yep. Sure is. Okay. Here we go. Andreeva to serve with the lead. 3-2. As Andreeva lose the first point, love 15. All right, love 15 as Andreeva serves again. A fault. Second serve. And she double faults again, love 30. Love 30. As Andreeva serves again. It's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Gauff. Backhand of Andreeva to the backhand of Gauff. As Andreeva forehand to the forehand of Gauff. Again to the forehand of Andreeva. Gauff can't get it. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again. Into the backhand of Gauff. Return goes the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff forehand. Into the forehand of Andreeva. Again, the forehand of Gauff is down the line of the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff backhand. Again to the backhand of Andreeva. She puts up a moon ball. And then Gauff hits a forehand into the slice of Andreeva, who puts it in the net. 15-40. As Gauff looks to break back again. $15-40. Serve. Into the backhand of Gauff. Return the backhand of Andreeva, who sprays it wide. All right, we're back on serve. 3-all. All right. All right, we're back on serve. 3-3. As Gauff double faults. I love 15. As Gauff with 15-30. Chance for Andreeva to break. $15-30. As Andreeva hits it out eventually. 30-all. As Gauff serves into the forehand of Andreeva, she shanks it wide. 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. As Coco serves. As she tries to get back the lead. 40-30. Serving to the forehand of Andreeva. Return goes to the forehand of Gauff. Andreeva forehand down the line. To the backhand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Andreeva. Gauff. Again to the forehand of Andreeva on the stretch. As Gauff forehand. Again to the Andreeva forehand. And that's in the net. There's Gauff. This is gonna be taking the lead again. 4-3. All right, 4-3. Coco takes the lead. She's 2 games away from the semifinals. All right. All right, how we doing? 2 games and 3 games and 2 games. Yep. It's all over the place. Let's see if Andreeva can hold here. All right. 15 love. Nice serve from Andreeva. All right, 30-15. As we get a serve again from Andreeva. As we get a fault, second serve. Second serve. He's got a backhand now to the backhand of Andreeva. Forehand from Gauff. Again to the forehand of Andreeva. As Gauff into the Andreeva forehand down the line. Gauff gets it with the backhand. And then Andreeva with a drop shot. Gauff gets it though and hits it in the net. 40-15. As Andreeva hits a smash in the net. And we get to 40-30. All right, backhand to backhand rally as Gauff into the backhand of Andreeva. Again, the backhand of Gauff. It's Andreeva. Into that Gauff forehand. Is Andreeva forehand down the line. Gauff gets on the stretch. It's Andreeva forehand again to the backhand of Gauff. To the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff with the forehand again to the forehand of Andreeva. Into the forehand of Gauff. Gauff in the net. And Andreeva holds. All right. $15 love. Coco serving. $30 love. As Coco gets a 40 love. As the return goes a forehand of Gauff. One out from Andreeva to the backhand of Gauff. Backhand Andreeva again. The backhand of Gauff. As Andreeva slice. Into the forehand of Gauff. Goes down the line for a winner. Coco. 5-4. Easy hold. And Andreeva is going to serve to stay in the match. All right. Five, 4. Okay, 5-4. Coco keeps in front. Which one has more chance to win the second? Gauff, because she's in the lead. By the way, Alcaraz and Draper come on in about 30 minutes. Okay. Now, here we go. It's going to be Andreeva serving to stay in the match. As a return goes in the backhand of Andreeva. Backhand again into the forehand of Gauff as Andreeva. Again to the forehand of Gauff. Andreeva goes into the forehand again of Gauff. Andreeva with a slice down the line as Gauff volleys it. Andreeva's going to get there with a slice backhand winner though. 15 love. Nice rally from Andreeva. 15 love. 15 love. As we got a backhand now from Gauff on the stretch. Goes long. 30 love. $30 love. As Andreeva serves again. And the return goes out by Gauff. 40 love. $40 love. Serving to the forehand of Gauff is a let. As we get a serve again. And the return goes to the backhand of Andreeva, who hits a winner down the line. Good hold, 5-5. Andreeva stays in the match. 5-5. Five all. All right, Gauff to serve again. She hits a nice serve, 15 love. As it return now to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand now from Andreeva. Again to the forehand of Gauff. As Andreeva backhand. To the backhand of Gauff. Drop shot from Coco is good. Andreeva gets it. Lob goes up. And it's too good by Gauff. 30 love. $30 love. $30 love. As the return goes out by Andreeva, 40 love. As Gauff holds with some good serves. And it's going to be Andreeva to serve to stay in the match again. All right. All right. I don't see Andreeva winning a tiebreak. All right, well, she's going to have to if she's going to win this match. She's going to have to win a tiebreak. She's going to continue this match. All right. Andreeva to serve. Coco Gauff a chance to take her spot in the semis. She can win this game. All right. As Andreeva with a forehand lob. Gauff lets it bounce. Goes in to the forehand of Gauff. And Andreeva forehand to the forehand of Gauff. Drop shot Andreeva. Too good. 15 love. Too good. All right, serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. There's Gauff with a forehand on the stretch. Andreeva eventually puts it away. 30 love. $30 love. As Andreeva gets a 40 love. Tiebreak loading. $40 love. As Andreeva serves. To the backhand of Gauff. Andreeva back into the line in the net. We get to 40-15. $40-15. As a return goes into the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand from Gauff. Into the backhand of Andreeva. She puts up a lob, but Gauff hits a smash. Andreeva with a pass goes wide. 40-30. $40-30. Still a chance to get the tiebreak. As the return goes in the forehand of Gauff. Gauff hits a wide tiebreak.
And now it's time for the tiebreak game.
Okay. Who you got, chat? Who is winning this tiebreak? Who is winning this tiebreak? Remember, Andreeva's only ever won one set against Coco, and that was in a tiebreak. The first ever set they've played. As Gauff hits a forehand, the volley goes in the net from Andreeva, and it's 15 love. $15 love. $15 love. Sorry, 1 love. $15 love. 1 love. 1-0. Is it a backhand? Into the backhand of Andreeva, down the line of the front of Gauff. As Andreeva backhand into the backhand of Gauff. As Andreeva hits a forehand again at the backhand of Gauff. Lob goes up. Andreeva lets it bounce. Or goes in. Oh no. And then Andreeva hits it out. Bad mistake. 2-love. Maybe she thought the ball was going... she thought it was going out. She let it bounce. Ooh. Not a smart idea. All right, 1-0. 2-0. 2-0. As the return goes to forehand on Andreeva, she puts that away. 2-1 Gauff. Coco. She's got the mini break. As Gauff serves. As the return goes into the slice of Gauff. One from Andreeva as Gauff with the forehand lob. It's too short. And Andreeva hits it out. Oh no. 3-1. Andreeva's yelling at her coaches. Bad error from Andreeva. Bad miss. Especially when she was in control. 3-1 Gauff. As we return now to the backhand of Andreeva. Backhand from Gauff is a drop shot. Slice from Andreeva goes in. Gauff with a lob. Andreeva puts that smash away. All right, now we're back on serve. 3-2. Andreeva not to be done yet. 3-2. All right, 3-2. As a backhand return now from Gauff into the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff into the forehand of Andreeva. Again, the forehand of Gauff. As Andreeva goes down the line, the backhand of Gauff. As Andreeva now goes cross court into the backhand slice of Gauff. As Andreeva forehand into the forehand of Gauff on the stretch. Andreeva forehand goes down the line. Gauff's there with the backhand. Andreeva in control here as Gauff hits a forehand cross court. Now Andreeva goes down the line again. Gauff's there with the backhand cross into the slice of Andreeva. Gauff, forehand cross court. Andreeva puts up a lob. Gauff lets it bounce. And misses the smash. And it's 3-3. They change ends.
Unbelievable.
Andreeva finally wins one of those long rallies. All right. Bad miss by Coco. All right, 3-3. 3-3. As Andreeva serves. And it's great shot down the line. Andreeva slips over and it's 4-3 Gauff. Four-three to Coco. right, 4-3. As Gauff with a forehand into the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand from Gauff. The forehand of Andreeva. Andreeva hits a wide 5-3. 5-3. Gauff, 2 points away from the semis. As Gauff hits a forehand to the line, up goes a lob from Andreeva. Goes into the forehand of Gauff. As Andreeva again to the forehand of Gauff, who hits a slice. Andreeva, it's a backhand to the backhand of Gauff. Andreeva backhand inside out to the forehand of Gauff. Again to the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff with the forehand slice. As Andreeva, forehand down the line. Gauff with the pass is a lob. But Andreeva puts away the smash. No, she doesn't. Gauff gets it back. Now Andreeva with a forehand. As Gauff puts up another lob. Andreeva smash. She puts it away. This is getting crazy, Chad. This is a crazy match now. They're playing some crazy rallies. 5-4. We're back on serve. This is what we came to see, Chad. This is the exact reason why we're excited about this match. This tiebreak is telling us so much. Okay, Andreeva back on serve. For now. As we're going to return now to the backhand of Andreeva. Gauff still only 2 points away. As we're going to forehand from Andreeva to the backhand of Gauff. It's Andreeva backhand. Into the forehand of Gauff. To the forehand of Andreeva. Gauff backhand. Cross court. Andreeva's got it. With the backhand to Gauff down the line. Forehand now from Andreeva is Gauff. Forehand again to the forehand of Andreeva. Drop shot from Andreeva is too good!
This is going to be on tennis.
Wow! What a risky shot! Andreeva hits the ridiculous drop shot. She misses that. It's match points. Like, that was the craziest shot to go for. And she hits it like the net's here and the line's here and it goes like here. Like, that would be a crazy drop shot at 15-all, 2-all in the first set. That's insane. Anyway, 5-all. That was risky as hell. I don't know why she even attempted that, but she did. She won it. Who cares? All right, serve is a fault. Second serve. As a return from Gauff goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Gauff goes down the line. Andreeva puts up a lob. And Gauff gets to match point. Andreeva's ball goes long. Advantage. And 6-5 to Coco Gauff to take her spot in the semis. And she serves into the forehand of Andreeva. Return goes backhand of Gauff. Andreeva backhand to the forehand of Gauff, who hits a slice. Andreeva comes to the net with a backhand, but hits it long. Gauff wins. Gauff's fired up as well. She beats Andreeva 2 weeks in a row. And she keeps her perfect record for love. Coco wins. But it was getting a little sketchy in that tiebreak. Things were getting interesting. All right, GG's. Solid win by Gauff in the end, but really, Andreeva, that was a great tiebreak. That tiebreak was awesome. Andreeva, unfortunately, just too many errors. I mean, she just doesn't know how to deal with Coco Gauff. You know, it's a different type of player that she's used to playing. Doesn't give away any free points, doesn't get nervous really, and owns this head-to-head as well. So, a lot of things that Andreeva's going to have to figure out the next time they play. They might play, I mean, maybe they play again at the French. Maybe they play again at Roland Garros in the quarterfinals there as well. We'll see. But great win for Coco. She keeps going, like she keeps peaking at the right time on clay. And there's no way that Andreeva's going to be higher favorite than Gauff after that match in the French. Because at the moment, before this match, it was Swiatek, Sabalenka, Andreeva, Gauff in the 4 favorites. And then, like, everyone else after that. But that, you got to say it's Coco above Andreeva after that. Because if they play, Gauff wins, right? And Coco fired up as well. We'd love to see it. Okay, by the way, Rude's about to win the first set in his match. Now, Gauff's got to play doubles later as well, so we'll wait and see how long until that happens. But great win by Coco Gauff. Now, we've got Draper versus Alcaraz coming up in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to send you over to the next one because that is happening straight away pretty much. So jump on over here and talk amongst yourselves, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. But great win by Gauff. 6-4, 7-6. She gets the win against Andreeva. She's 4-0 against Andreeva. And she's into the semis. Another semi-final on clay just at the right time before the French Open. And she is going to play either Sabalenka or Zhang. They're playing tonight, so we're going to watch that later. But Gauff into the semis. Alcaraz Draper next.